southern Indiana. Boy, heads up there because your electric bill could end up with a bigger tag if you're a Duke Energy customer. WDRB's Darby Bean explains what's happening now to determine what's next. Darby?
The rate hike won't happen immediately, if at all. This is a process that takes time. And Duke Energy Indiana says the increase wouldn't happen all at once. Duke Energy bills could go up, but the utility company can't just change the price on its own. The decision is up to the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, or IURC.
It's already expensive enough.
Kristen Thomas, a Duke Energy customer in southern Indiana, says she's currently spending around $140 on her bill each month, and she doesn't want to pay more.
Everything else is going up, groceries, everything. So I don't know, but I wish it would go down actually.
Duke Energy says its last base rate increase was back in 2020. It says it's invested more than $1 billion into its electric grid, power plants, and overall system, including technology to help prevent thousands of power outages. This current request is for an overall average bill increase of about 16%. If approved, it would be added to bills in two steps, about 12% in 2025 and 4% in 2026. The annual revenue increase would be more than $490 million.
Well, making a rate request is not something that we take lightly. We know that utility expenses can be a large part of any home or business's budget.
The increase would vary based on different types of customers, like residential or commercial. Duke Energy says the total monthly impact for residential customers would be around 19%, or a little more than $27 by the end of that two-step increase.
That's a lot. 19%, that's a lot.
The Indiana Office of Utility Consumer Counselor, or OUCC, represents the customers, gathers testimony, and forms a recommendation to give to the IURC. In this case, OUCC says Duke Energy is asking for too much.
We found, based on all the information that was provided to us, that only a small portion of the utility's request is justified.
It says one of its biggest concerns is affordability, saying it believes a 6%, not 16% increase is warranted.
Our request before the commission hasn't changed. Our request is still for an average overall rate increase of 16%.
A decision isn't expected until early next year. Duke Energy says it serves around 130,000 customers throughout several southern Indiana counties. People from several Indiana communities have been able to share their thoughts publicly at hearings about this request. The next one is coming up in our area on Thursday, August 8th at the Public Library in New Albany on West Spring Street. Reporting with photojournalist Ian Cunningham, Darby Bean, WDRB News.